Hey y'all, it is your girl Latasia, and I am back with another video.
All the ladies, if you feel me, help me sing it out.
As we all know, it is fall time. It's back to school time. If you're a college student, it's the time where you're just like, oh my god, another year of actual death. And if you are a college student who is also a commuter, you are probably even more stressed. I don't know if I ever told you guys, but I'm in college. I let the cat out of the bag on that one. I am in college. This will be my 4th year in college, and I attend the Ohio State University. So this is my 4th year in college, and every single year I've been in college, I have commuted. Yeah, I never got that dorm or on-campus experience or living on campus experience. I've always lived at home, and I've always just drove to school. I've always had a car, and I just drove to college instead of staying on campus. So, granted, I only live 30 minutes away from campus. It's still been a struggle, you know, not actually being on there, not actually having the resources that students have that are living on campus have. But I am also still privileged and grateful enough for the fact that I don't have to pay for a dorm. I just want to come on here and give you guys some quick tips on being a commuter and going to college, because I know there are a lot of people who are starting college out right now and who don't have the funds to have a dorm, or who don't want to even spend the funds, and they might even have them, but they don't want to spend the funds to go live in a dorm on campus because they feel like it's not worth it. So here are some tips on being successful. It's not all the tips in the world. I'm sure there is someone out here who has way more tips and maybe even better tips, but here are some of the tips that helped me out while I was in college, and I hope that you guys use them well. If not, I don't know what to say. All right, let's get into it. All right, so my number one tip for anyone who is commuting to college is to learn time management. Now, I am probably the worst at time management. I don't know how to manage my time wisely. If I could, I don't know. I don't even know where I was going with that. I am probably the worst person on time management. Especially before college. Before college, it was like, whatever, you don't care because you're in high school and nothing really matters when it comes to time management. You wake up at the same time every single day, so you already know, hey, I got to get ready at this time, I got to eat breakfast at this time, and then I'm going to be able to catch the bus or drive to school or whatever because it's down the street, and you don't care. But when you're commuting to college, you really need to learn some time management skills. Something that goes along with time management would just be waking up at a decent time to make it to school, but also to get ready, to eat breakfast. And if your getting ready routine is waking up every morning and meditating and stretching, because that is mine, then make some time in the morning for that. Now, if you have an 8 a.m., and trust me, I know how bad those 8 a.m.s get because I've had an 8 a.m. before. And let me just tell you, the 8 a.m.s are not fun. And they're not fun to wake up a lot beforehand. But manage your time wisely. Pick a good time to go to bed at night. And then you'll have a good time to wake up in the morning. And you won't be, oh my god, I gotta get up in the morning. If you go to bed at a reasonable time, let's say you go to bed at 10. You have a reasonable amount of time to get up at 5 o'clock in the morning. It's not ideal. Nobody wants to do it, but it's better than nothing. Once it becomes a daily routine, once it becomes something that you already do and you're consistent about it, it's gonna be like nothing. Using a planner. This is the planner that I use. And this planner has a calendar inside of it. It has an area for my to-dos. It has an area where you can write what you need to do each day. If you write what you have to do each day, it becomes, it just gives you like, okay, I gotta do this today. I gotta make time for this. I gotta make time for that throughout the day. So it's great for that. I mean, you can even set reminders on your phone. I do both. I use the planner and I set reminders on my phone. It helps me out. Being a reminder that goes, hey, you have a paper due at 11:59 tonight. make sure you have that done. It's so great. And it's nice to have it on a piece of paper too that you already have written down, but it's nice to also just be reminded like, oh man, I almost forgot that assignment that I had to do. Now let's move on to tip 2. Tip number 2 would just be to pack wisely. Pack things that you need throughout the day, like a snack, or maybe a change of shoes, or maybe even a change of clothes. I pack all of those things. When you go to a campus like OSU and it's the main campus, our campus is huge. So you want to have good shoes while you're walking on campus. And because you don't have a dorm, you can't just go, let me go to my dorm real quick and change my shoes. No, you need to keep that stuff in your car, or you need to keep that stuff in your book bag, because you're not going to have time to go all the way back home and then come all the way back to campus, especially the way gas is. Do you really want to waste that gas money? No. So just pack wisely. Pack things that you need. I always pack a change of shoes. Like, I'll wear cute shoes probably in the beginning of the day, and then I'm like, oh my god, my feet are hurting, let me go hang in my Crocs. And pack a snack. Sometimes you don't have time in between classes to go get food. I know last semester I had literally a class that started at 9:30 in the morning and it ended at 10:55 in the morning, and then I had another class right after that started at 11:15. So I had to not only walk to that class at 11:15 from the class that ended at 10:55, but I had to get there on time, and I was probably hungry because sometimes I don't eat breakfast. But sometimes you don't have time to eat breakfast. Sometimes you wake up late. But I had to have enough time for all that, and if I was hungry, it would be great to just get in my bag and get a snack real quick. Or even pack some water. You know, you're going to be thirsty. So you don't want to waste money on campus. Your money is precious when you're on campus. You can spend so much money when you're on campus. There are so many things to eat there. Like, especially if you go to OSU on High Street, there's a million different places you can eat. So save your money. Manage your money wisely. You are going to be going to school, and if you have classes every single day, that means you're going to be driving home and to school every single day, back and forth. For me, that's an hour out of my day. That's an hour of driving every single day if I had a class on campus every single day. The amount of gas money that you're going to be spending while doing all this is crazy. You have probably never spent this much money on gas ever before. I had to learn this very early on, that I need to save money. When you were young, you don't know how to budget your money. I still don't really know how to budget my money that well, but I have learned that I need a budget somehow, so I can have enough money to have gas and get to school, and to just have money to eat, and have money to pay the bills that you need to pay for, and have money to have fun. And it doesn't seem like there's enough money in the world to do all those things, because there's not. But if you manage your money wisely, if you pick wisely where you're going to spend it, I promise it will be fine. My 4th tip would be make friends on campus. So this was actually a tip that my friend suggested I say, because it's hard to make friends when you're not living on campus. It's even hard to make friends when you're on campus sometimes if you're not a real social person. But if you're not living on campus, you don't really have those opportunities to meet new people every single day, or to build bonds with new people. You kind of just have to force yourself to do that when you're commuting in school. And if you're in person and you're fortunate enough to have an in-person class and to be in a lecture hall, make friends with the girl next to you. Yesterday I went into class, didn't know anyone, whatever, I'm a commuter. I went to class, I was kind of late, and the girl next to me, who sat next to me, was like, oh my god, you are so pretty, I love your lashes, blah blah blah. And I was like, girl, you are so pretty too. We just had a good conversation, and then at the end of that, we exchanged phone numbers. It's things like that. I don't know, make an excuse to make a conversation. Just be like, hey, did you hear what she said? That was crazy, right? Yeah, girl, that was crazy. And then you just be like, oh my god, you are so funny, huh? You know what I mean? Just make friends. Don't be afraid to make friends. Don't be afraid to talk to new people. Most of the time they're cool, but there are those weirdos, so I do understand. But because you're not on campus, I think it's really important to build a bond with someone, even if you just need help with homework, or you just want friends. It's great to just go out there and make friends. I'm fortunate to have a friend that goes to OSU, and we're actually very close now, and I met him through OSU. So there are ways to make friends, and you can still join clubs when you are a commuter. Those are not only for people who are on campus. If you want to join a club and you drive to school, join the club. My 5th tip, my 5th and final tip for today, because I really don't want to bombard you with a whole bunch of tips, is to buy a parking permit. Let me say it again. Buy a parking permit. Buy a parking permit. It's going to save you money in the long run. Yes, those parking permits would be mad expensive. Trust me, I know. I spend money on them and it hurts my pockets every single time. I just want to cry. But it will save you so much money in the long run. At OSU, the amount of money you have to spend to park there, which is ridiculous. I don't even have to spend money to park on my campus that I go to school for. The amount of money that I have to spend to park in some parking lots or some parking garages is astronomical, okay? So buy that parking permit so you can have a guaranteed, parking space, one, and also you can just have a guaranteed chance to not have to pay for anything. You don't want to pay for parking, which will be in the end a $16 fee or whatever, and then that's every single day for that whole week. $16 every day. It's a lot of money. Buy a parking permit. I promise it'll save you a lot more money. And you don't have to worry about paying for anything. You don't have to worry about your car getting towed. You don't have to worry about finding a parking spot when you're late to school and then having to whip out your phone and pay for that parking spot. You don't have to worry about that. So buy a parking permit. It saves you money in the long run. All right, y'all. Thank you so much for watching my video. Hopefully you like the tips that I gave you. Hopefully these tips were helpful. They're not a lot, and I promise I'll come out with some more tips. Let me know in the comments below what you really want to see and what tips you want to see for college, or anything else. To be honest, I am open to everything, and I let you guys know, hey, if you want to see something specific, tell me. I need ideas for videos, y'all. I want y'all to also be interested in the videos that I'm dropping. So please let me know in the comments. Please like, comment, and subscribe, because y'all, we made it to 200 subscribers. I'm very happy, very proud of us, period. We're only gonna get bigger and better. So yeah, thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.